do it one more time. Here's the video of the final moments of Scott Hall. Enjoy.
He's great. And then one more, just big, like you just woke up. Oh, hey, yo, Chico. That's it.
Hey, yo, Chico.
Holy shit! Scott Hall?
I'm here to grant you your 3 wishes.
Three wishes?
Scott Hall was known for his fame for many of years. Scott Hall was a two-time Hall of Famer.
Too sweet.
This guy was a great wrestler back in the 90s.
Scott Hall.
This guy was an amazing wrestler, and I do want to thank him for his appreciation of the wrestling that he had over the years. I happened to see wrestling since I was a kid. For a lot of us that don't know wrestling, which somebody just commented, what the F, wrestling has been out for quite a few years. Well, quite a lot of years, should say it like that. But wrestling's been out for a very long time, and I took to watch wrestling since I was a kid. And so I used to watch Scott Hall, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, all the old people that used to fight back then and used to wrestle. Back then, it was the best wrestling moments of everybody's career. Now, as you guys know, that the new version of wrestling isn't the best as it used to be. I stopped watching it right after so many of the just so much fake stuff of it. I didn't think it was fake back then until I found out recently. I stopped watching it because of Roman Reigns didn't lose, and just a bunch of other topics of wrestling that I didn't like. And I started to hate it, started to take myself off of it, and I have not watched it ever since. But as of right now, Scott Hall, this WWE Hall of Famer, two-time Hall of Famer, man, he was only 63 when he passed. There are some news to what happened with Scott Hall. I happened to pull up the news with Scott Hall, and they said stuff on this. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up, and I'm gonna play you guys the music real quick. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back. So here is the topic of the bad guy, which is Scott Hall. I almost said Scott Steiner. I meant Scott Hall. Anyway, so as the news posted recently, yesterday or day before, I happened to take my part into this tribute. I posted a video about it. Unfortunately, YouTube copyrighted me and threw it out of the door. So what I had to do is take down my stuff and just had to throw it in the trash. I had to remake it. I'm gonna remake it here pretty soon, but pretty soon I'm gonna remake it and it's gonna change up. So we're gonna read on the topic to what happened to the bad guy. I know what happened, so here we go. Says here on a news post, says Scott Hall died this week at age 63. Had suffered multiple heart attacks after developing a blood clot issue after a hip replacement surgery. His death saddened wrestling fans who had followed him throughout his career, but it didn't exactly come as a surprise. The hard-living attitude era pioneered had, by his own admission, cheated death multiple times during the previous 4 decades along the way. His considerable talents ensured that, in his own words, he kept falling forward, first as a can't-miss rising star in the American Wrestling Association, who looked like a cross between Hulk Hogan and a Magnum TA, then as the surface-inspired Razor Ramon, working among the WWF's new generation of post-Hulkamania stars, and finally as a part of the Outsiders tag team with fellow WWF OM Kevin Nash, who departed with Hall of WWF for the greener financial pastures of WCW, instigated the late 1990s promotional wars that many consider the sport's golden age. So basically, on the topic of this, guys, what happened was he had a blood clot. He also was suffering from a hip replacement surgery. Then ended up in the replacement surgery. He had 3 massive heart attacks, which led to his death. And everybody was saddened about this. Everybody, let me switch this music up. There we go, that's better. Everybody was saddened about this, and after leading to his death, I do have one post that was posted up on Twitter, that everybody has posted up about Scott Hall. Give me 1 second. Scott Hall was posted all over the media, all over the news, and so much fame to him. Everybody's gonna miss this guy. This guy was a legend, 2-time Hall of Famer. If some of you guys are new watching, this guy was a 2-time Hall of Famer. He took to generation after generation after generation in the 90s and took fame to heart. And as he grew, he was the best. And actually news broke immediately short after all this was posted. And due to the fact of announcing this death, I know a lot of people were saddened to hear. I know you guys hear me say something over, but I'm trying to get the right stuff out. But it was sad to hear the news. He was in the hospital for this replacement surgery, like I said, and there's nothing the doctors could do, and they went ahead and pulled the plug on Scott Hall. And it wasn't but 2 hours later that Scott Hall left the world and left us immediately, about an hour or 2 later. There was so much heart, so much fame into him. There's nothing else I could say about him. There's nothing else I can say more than that, to thank Scott Hall for his fame in just about anything, all over the media, all over WWF, WWE. It was a great amount of career to see him fight, people cheer for him, and be the Razor Ramon, the bad guy. He had a lot of names, and it's crazy to hear that the news broke. And I know a lot of you guys had some good spots in them, had a lot of things going on, which we knew, and just right after the news broke, everybody took to heart, to fame, and etc., etc. And I'm trying not to say the same stuff. Anyways, Kevin Nash did post it on Instagram late, just after he passed. which I'm trying to pull up right this very moment. To everybody that did know or did not know that he passed yesterday. As of yesterday. Let me get him on here. Give me 1 second. Kevin Nash. Right here. Alright, here we go. Let's see if I can find his post. He did post it on Instagram, so it was only on Instagram, I believe. And, let me pull up Instagram. Give me 1 second, guys. Is anybody watching? Alright. I know y'all were really familiar with this live stream, but it's new, and I wanted to take my time into this. And I know some of y'all are just now that are new, that are watching. It's new to the channel, new to the Facebook page, and new to Twitch, which I'm used to. I like to do new things, you guys know. Anyway. I believe it's this right here. Give me 1 second. Gotta be here somewhere. Ric Flair also posted 2. So here's a couple I do want to bring out. I'm gonna go and pull up the screen. Here we go. Here is some of the popular. Get this out of the way. The popular posts that were posted. Chris Jericho posted. Chris Jericho posted. Triple H posted. WWE posted. WWE posted. The WWE family will forever remember Scott Hall as a gifted entertainer and a 2-time WWE Hall of Famer, a loving father, and a dear friend. Which I did become to realize and find out that he had 2 kids and a wife that he left behind. Which is sad. And Triple H posted also on Twitter saying, "I'm gutted, lost a brother. I love you, Scott. I'll see you down the road, buddy." It was 2 days ago. It's posted the 14th, which he passed. And Dallas, the real DDP, posted, "My brother has gone to Valhalla to raise some hell. The bad guy still till to the end. Yo, Dust, what's your finisher? Can't wait to kick out. He may not have kicked out, but he wasn't gonna put the mother effers over clean. Real Kevin Nash, love you and miss you more. Godspeed, rest in peace, daily." And this is the one I was looking for. Sean Walton posts. He wrote that shirt every week. Wore that shirt every week. Had the rest of the NWO, Hulk, Dusty, Macho Man always shout me out on live TV while I was out with a broken neck. Just one example of what a good friend he was. Rest in peace, Scott Hall. And Mick Foley posted the same. And he says, "Scott Hall was a towering figure among his contemporaries. A legend inside and outside the ring. My deepest condolences to his families, friends, and everyone who loved him. Rest in peace, Scott Hall." Chris Jericho also posted, said, "Scott Hall and I didn't always see eye to eye when we worked together, but I'm happy to say we cleared the air, became friends over the last few years. He even joined us on the Jericho Cruise in 2020. And we had an awesome conversation for hashtag Talk is Jericho. It's a drag we didn't have more time together because hashtag Real Scott Hall was a pretty cool cat, wicked with sense of humor. The dude had razor sharp hilarious. Was seriously razor sharp hilarious. I have memories of him going back to watch him with my dad in AWA in the mid-80s. What an amazing worker he was in the ring and out. He was one of the biggest stars I've encountered during my career, and he was by far the best pro wrestler I've ever seen to never hold a world title. Love and respect forever. God bless you. Hashtag bad guy, and I'll never forget you." So everybody posted, and Ric Flair also posted, "Scott, you had an incredible career. As you know, we all respected you so much. Thank you for a friendship and for the greatest Survivor Series I was ever in. Rest in peace." AEW also posted it too. It is sad to hear that he passed. And my prayers go out to the family also, as we're watching. It's a sad, wicked year, man. I mean, every year we see somebody just go their separate ways and then pass right off the bat. It's crazy. Anyway, let's go to our next topic. It is talking about Disney World. Disney World attraction permanently closes 51 years after its opening. This was posted this morning as of almost 9 o'clock. And I happened to see it on Facebook, so I pulled it up. And it said Disney has officially shuttered one of its fan favorite attractions. Walt Disney World's Spirit of Alola dinner show has permanently closed for more than 50 years. After it first opened and 2 years after it closed alongside many other attractions amid the ongoing pandemic. I do want to say that with this pandemic first started, it kind of closed, it actually closed the entire, everywhere. It closed Walmart, it closed stores, it closed restaurants, it even closed a bunch of construction places. And with that, we had to wear masks. And there's certain places that are now starting to throw out the mask, which is pretty cool. And I take really good respect that they're taking the masks away and no longer wearing them. Certain places they're not wearing the mask, which is pretty cool. And that the masks are leaving finally, and the cases have been dropping. Far as I've seen, if I've been watching news lately, there is no signs of increase of cases of COVID-19 as of right now. And no one has seen or heard or none got tested for another new case, which is really good. And I think we're almost to the end of this pandemic. But anyway, let's continue with the rating here. It says the news was confirmed by reporter Scott Gustin and several outlets, including Tiki Man's unofficial Polynesian resort pages, a well-known resource for Disney's Polynesian Village Resort, as well as the InsideTheMagic.com. Disney has not confirmed the news itself. At this time, the reason for the apparent permanent closure is unclear. Tiki Man's unofficial Polynesian resort pages reported on Tuesday that the cast members have been notified that the Spirit of Alola show will not be returning this year. The future of the company's other dinner show, Hoop-Dee-Doo, musical revenue remains unclear. I believe this is in California or Florida, one of the two. There are only two places, so we got Florida and we got California. And I have not been to neither. Yet. As of yet. And I'm saddened to hear this because I've been wanting to go to my first Disney World and never had a chance because tickets have been too expensive due to the pandemic. And things and prices just flying sky high. We'll be talking about that at the end of this or next or whatever. And you guys will see later on why the gas prices are going high and what's going on with the stuff in stores rising high. I am utterly upset about that too. So anyway, let's continue reading. First opening some 51 years ago, Spirit of Alola is located in Disney's Polynesian Village. Disney described the show as a fun-filled Alola featuring traditional Polynesian dances, live music, and all you care to enjoy tropical feast. The show allows guests to experience the Spirit of Alola with spell-binding dancers, drummers, and a show-stopping fire knife performer. With Auntie Winian, I don't know how you pronounce that name, to do an interview, hosting the celebration to say goodbye to one of the local girls who is heading to the mainland for college, and you're invited. The show includes traditions of Polynesian, including dances from Tahiti, Samoa, Tonga, New Zealand, and Hawaii, and also includes an all-you-can-eat feast. Although a Disney staple, Spirit of Alola closed on what was initially supposed to be a temporary basis in 2020. Alongside with all Walt Disney World, and other Disney parks across the globe, the closures were due to the pandemic, which happened. A lot of places got closed due to the pandemic. So, and here's the last part of this, and we're going to get to our next topic. News of Spirit of Alola's closure has been met with the overwhelming sadness. Reacting to the news, one person wrote, "How very sad to see another tradition taken away. I prefer the Polynesian Resort the way it was before. The lobby renovation and the addition of the DVC changes and additions. It was always my favorite resort." Another person commented, "Oh wow, I remember going to that as a kid in the 80s. It is an institution. How sad it remains unclear how it could possibly replace the Spirit of Alola." Through DVCnews.com reported Disney Vacation Club announced on Tuesday proposed plans to develop new Disney Vacation Club villas at Disney's Polynesian Villa Resort, which happened to be closing down because of all the pandemic, closing because they've been out for 50 years, and then this will be 51 years, which changes everything. We're losing everything. Everybody's retiring. Just so many things going on. It changes up for what the world used to be to what it is now. And I would hate to see the same things to get switched up on us, you know. Anyway, our next topic is the bottom. AutoZone product recall due to poisoning risk. So, this was just announced today, about 3 hours ago. It was an antifreeze bottle that happened to be filled with menthol, and said that it was recalled because the labels did not require the containing menthol, which people have said that they've been taking their stuff back. It's not posted on the news as of yet, but it is posted on this pop culture website. But let's continue reading. Antifreeze sold only at AutoZone stores was recalled Wednesday because the labels did not have the required messages about containing menthol. The hazardous chemical could cause harmful side effects if swallowed or inhaled. The recalled product is labeled Shop Pro RV and Marine Antifreeze. So what happened is that they didn't label the messages like they're supposed to in all bottles, like toothpaste, spray bottles, or oven spray cans. Just about all of the cans that can cause issues with it, like alcohol, which is a cleaning thing to clean, dirt, scrubs, and just a bunch of stuff like that. And peroxide is another one, which happens to have acid, which has a label put on the back of it, which is really good because did anybody not have that label or see the label on it? It would have been a big recall brawl. So, which has happened to be bad. So, I would hate to see most of this stuff switch up on us. And yeah, I mean, taking the RV and Marina antifreeze stuff seriously, because antifreeze is for your truck, your car, in case when it gets really hot outside, you have to keep cool. But as many of you know what it really is. But anyway, so let's continue on. The product's packaging was improperly filled with a liquid that included menthol. If a product has that chemical, it must have warnings. Make sure consumers know about it. The notice reminders consumers that menthol is dangerous when indigested or inhaled, and it could cause blindness or be fatal if swallowed. Notes to the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission, CPSC, which is that. So, that's been recalled, and yeah. Anyway, let's go to the next one, which got our news right here. I am going to cover my screen because I am on my Facebook. So let me switch this up real quick. Alright, we're going to go to our next topic. And it's NBC News. Don't know what's going on top of here. There we go. Alright. Here we go, guys. I don't know if you guys have been reading on this Jussie Smollett, but let's read on with it. I really haven't paid attention to it, so. It says Jussie Smollett freed from jail pending appeal court orders. The Empire actor was sentenced to 150 days in jail last week after he convicted of lying about a hate crime in a case that roiled, how do you pronounce it? Chicago. Empire actor Jussie Smollett was ordered to release by jail Wednesday after a court agreed to stay the sentence judge had handled down last week, according to the documents. Smollett was sentenced to 150 days in jail and probation after he was convicted of falsely reporting to police that he was the victim of racism and a homophobic attack in 2019, which was about 2 years ago. 3 years ago. Sorry, I had my math wrong. A court granted a motion Wednesday that he be allowed to be freed on a bond pending an appeal. The motion asked the sentence to be stayed and be put on hold. Smollett walked out of jail at around 8 p.m. local time wearing a mask. He got into a waiting vehicle and did not answer any questions. We're going to look at the video. Oh, sorry guys, I did not press that. We're going to look at the video and I'm going to pause this music. And we're going to look at this video really quick. Hold on.
Hi, my name is
And let me
Leanne. I have been going through.
Let me get this out of the way, y'all. Give me one sec. Hold on. Alright guys, we got it fixed. So, here is the video guys. Take a look at this video that was posted by NBC News. Take a look.
I am not suicidal. I am innocent.
I'm sentencing you to 30 months felony probation, and the probation is going to be to this court. You're going to be allowed to travel wherever you want. You do not have to live in the state of Illinois. You can report by phone. I know that if you're going to try to make a living and do some of the things you do, you may have to go to other places, New York and Los Angeles. You can do those things. You will pay restitution to the city of Chicago in the amount of $120,106. You are fined $25,000, which is the maximum fine. And you will spend the first 150 days of your sentence in the Cook County Jail. And that will start today, right here, right now. Mr. Smollett, though the jury found you guilty and I've sentenced you as I have, you have the right to appeal the findings and rulings of the court or ask your sentence be modified. To do those things, you need to file a notice of appeal in writing within 30 days. You may also file a motion to modify your sentence, which would have to be filed in writing within 30 days. Anything not stated in those filings are waived for purposes of appeal. You cannot afford lawyers or transcripts. They would be provided free of charge. Do you have any questions?
No, I would just like to say to Your Honor that I am not suicidal. That's what I would like to say.
Okay.
I am not suicidal.
Okay.
I am not suicidal. I am innocent, and I am not suicidal. If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of Black Americans in this country for over 400 years and the fears of the LGBTQ community. Your Honor, I respect you and I respect the jury, but I did not do this. And I am not suicidal. And if anything happens to me when I go in there, I did not do it to myself. And you must all know that. I respect you, Your Honor. I respect your decision. Jail time? I'm not suicidal.
Okay.
So as you guys have seen, the court adjourned, which means they found the guy guilty of charge for falsely claiming to police that he was a victim of racist and a homophobic crime. With that, he has been sentenced to 150 days in the county jail in Chicago, Illinois. Now, as I've said before, I will say again, I don't know the story between these two, but I have not really have been on this topic really that much. But it was posted as of today, and it did not say that the guy was released. Did not say. Let's go back and let's check up on the post. So as of, says right here, excuse me. See, it says here that the guy was ordered released from jail Wednesday after a court stayed the sentence, which means he was released and then sentenced to jail in 2019. And is getting resentenced for his jail for taking his amount of falsely reporting to police that he was a victim of racist homophobic attack, which turned out to be he was lying to the court, and the guy has, like he said he's innocent, he's not suicidal, and said if anything happened in court, it's not his fault, he's not suicidal. As you guys have heard like 3 times, the guy's not suicidal. They are waiting upon appeal, and his sentence is being put on hold or stayed, one of the two. And he walked out of jail at 8 p.m. also wearing a mask, because certain places still require at this moment. But the dude has said, his attorney did come up and say this. Smallest attorney said last week they planned an appeal, but the judge at the sentencing denied the request to stay the sentence. A jury convicted Small in December of 5 counts of felony disorderly conduct. So, in December of last year, last December, which was 2021, he was charged with 5 counts of disorderly conduct. And the attorney sent in an appeal, which the judge ended up denying the request and had to stay the sentence. Instead of you put it on hold, he had stayed the sentence, which means he will be going back for another 150 days. So, that is our topic about that. We're going to go to our next topic, and I'll get that up in just a moment. Alright guys, we are got on our topic. Let's do it. Alright. Our next topic is Kanye West has been suspended from Instagram for violating harassment and bully policy. Let's find out what this is going on about. So, I have heard about this just hours ago and didn't really take time to look at it because I want to look at it on the podcast stream, which we're doing right now. And I want to take the time to see what happened. So it says here, Kanye West was suspended from Instagram for violating harassment and bullying policy. The rapper has targeted his ex Kim Kardashian, her new boyfriend Pete Davidson, and comedian Trevor Noah in recent posts. Here is a video that I would like to play. Give me 1 second here. Here is a video that we're all going to watch real quick. To everybody that wants to know what all happened. Give me 1 second. I'm going to bring it bigger. Yeah. To everybody that wants to know what all happened to this incident, take a look.
SNL making my wife say I divorced him on TV because they just wanted to get that bar off, and I ain't never even seen the papers. We not even divorced. Wow. So how we? Because that ain't no joke to me. My kids want their parents to stay together. Right. I want us to be together.
And there you have it for the video for all y'all. I'm making this off here. For all y'all that did get a chance to witness to what happened. It did say here, it said that he was suspended. Hold on. From Instagram for 24 hours for violating the platform's policies on hate speech, bullying, harassment. A Meta spokesperson told HuffPost Wednesday, Instagram removed content from the rapper's account for violating these policies and restricted the account from posting, commenting, and sending direct messages, among other actions, for 24 hours. Instagram often places restrictions on an account that breaks rules, and the company may take additional steps to further violations. Let me get this video off here. Hold on. There we go. Anyway, further violations. According to the spokesperson of Meta, which owns Instagram, according to TMZ, at least one post was deleted from West's account. In that post, he reportedly used a racial slur to describe the Daily Show host, which is Trevor Noah. Who doesn't know Trevor Noah? I mean, he's a funny guy. Who recently criticized West for publicly harassing his ex Kim Kardashian amid their ongoing divorce. West, who was legally changed his name to Ye, has been targeting Kardashian and her boyfriend, comedian Pete Davidson, and exposing details about their personal affairs to his millions of followers earlier this month. He released a new music video that appeared to despite a claymation version of West decapitation Davidson and burying him alive. So as you guys know here, which he was suspended, and I think that Instagram did the right thing because, for one, Instagram does not take this stuff very lightly. They do the immediate stuff once this happens. As soon as it's on Instagram, they immediately go straight for it. There's just nothing about it, nothing changed about it. it's always going to be there. For everybody knowing, going against policy, it's very, very crazy. Anyway, I know I'm not ready to do my podcast, but we're about to fix it up later. Anyways, we're going to go to the next topic. And the final topic is there's not many people watching. So, let's go to our next topic. Let's go to this. Hold on 1 second. Alright, we got our next topic. Just give me a couple seconds to get this out of the way. I do want to do some question Q&A. If you guys that are new watching, I don't know why we got this man. If you guys are new watching on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook, give me some questions you want to ask, you want to know about me, and I will answer them. And yeah, and I'll post them out. Hold on 1 second. Here we go. Alright guys, so this one is our next topic. 9 dead after crash involving van carrying college golf teams and pickup truck in Texas, which is not too far from me. 9 people were killed, including 6 students and a coach, when a van carrying the golf teams from the University of the Southwest collided with a truck on a Texas road. Here is the video. Hold on, let me get this up here. Alright. So, here is the video of what all happened to the accident that led to this incident. Here is the video. Take a look, everybody. Give me 1 sec. Take a look.
Overnight, a horrific crash in West Texas, killing multiple people after a passenger van carrying members of a New Mexico University's golf team collided with a pickup truck. Authorities say the accident happened on a 2-lane road in Andrews County, Texas. The multi-passenger vehicle was traveling north with the golf players, while a pickup truck was heading south before crashing into each other, leaving fatalities in both vehicles.
This was a head-on crash. One of the vehicles involved belonged to the University of the Southwest. It was transporting the men's and women's golf team from a golf tournament here in the West Texas area.
The team posting earlier in the day about that competition in Midland, Texas. While authorities have not released the cause of the crash or the names of the deceased, the university president confirming 2 students were airlifted to a hospital, and the team coach, Tyler James, was among those killed. The president writing in a statement, "We are devastated and deeply saddened to learn about the loss of our students' lives and their coach. We would ask for prayers for comfort and strength for all the families and friends and students of those whose lives have been lost." James was in his first season as the head coach of the men's and women's golf program at the college.
And the university has said that there will be counseling services available to students on campus today. In the meantime, the cause of this crash remains under investigation. Craig?
Yeah, just so tragic. Morgan Chesky for us this morning. Morgan, thank you.
Alright, y'all, there's the video. Oh my god, hold on. There is the video for that, guys. We're going to read on our last topic. And yeah, let's do it. Alright, it says here, a head-on crash in Texas between a pickup truck and a passenger van carrying a college team from New Mexico killed 9 people on Tuesday, including 6 students and a team's coach, officials said. A Ford F-150 and a 17-passenger van carrying members of the men's and women's golf teams from the University of the Southwest in New Mexico collided on a 2-lane road in Andrews County, Texas at 8:17 p.m. local time. Texas Department of Public Safety Sergeant Stephen Blanco, I think it's Blanco, said, for the unknown reason, the Dodge pickup drove into the northbound lane and struck the Ford passenger van head-on. Both vehicles caught fire, burned. The Texas DPS said Wednesday in a statement, the 2 people who were in the truck were killed. Officials say 7 of the 9 people aboard the passenger van died, including the team's head coach. University spokesperson told NBC News The other two students were flown to the University Medical Center in Lubbock, Texas, in critical condition, according to a statement by the University of Southwest President Quint Thurman, which is sad to hear that the golf coach passed away to this accident. And I think that a lot of prayers need to be sent to Texas for this. And I wish the two people that got in critical condition that would make it. I hope they'll make it. And yeah, it's just sad to hear stuff like this. But anyway, like they said on the video, says here, authorities have not released the names of those who died in the crash, which remains under investigation. The van carrying the golf teams was traveling north, and the pickup truck was heading south when they collided. Police say the golf teams had been competing in Midland, Texas, in the Tanklux, something like that, Collegate tournament, according to the Instagram post letter earlier in the day by the university's athletic department. Thurman confirmed in a statement that the head coach, Tyler James, and members of the team were killed while the two students were airlifted to the hospital. We're still learning the details about the accident, but we are devastated and deeply saddened to learn about the loss of our students' lives. And their coach Thurman said in a statement, my understanding is that the two of our students have survived and been airlifted to the University Hospital in Lubbock, Texas with serious injuries. We would ask for prayers for their recovery and for comfort and strength for all the families and friends, students of those who lost their lives have been lost. James was the first season as the head coach of the men's and women's golf teams at the university, according to the website of the school, which is located in Hobbs, New Mexico. Like I said, guys, this is sad to hear, and having to read all this, it's really, really sad. And I hate reading sad stories, but it's part of the podcast, and we're going to update the podcast soon. And it's going to be a whole lot different. And it's going to be better. It's going to be questions from people in real life. Not just from the YouTube itself. But I'm deeply saddened to hear all that. And will be praying for them. And hoping the two that survives the accident. I'm going to be getting out of here, guys. Oh, but not my camera. I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you guys for joining the podcast. Thank you all for coming to the podcast today. Thank you all for the amount of support on my YouTube channel. We're at 604. Let's get to 700, guys. Let's do this. Thank you guys for the much support to the channel. It's amazing. And knowing that I could do this and continue to go on with my career. Thank you all. Much appreciated. I'll see you guys on my next podcast. This is episode 3 of Cordell Bradbury's podcast. I'll see you guys next time.